Good morning everyone, I'm Miss Rose and welcome to Discrete Mathematics. So our topic for today is normal forms, validity, and the laws. So in normal forms, validity, so the content of this topic, first is the laws. So same lang yan siya ng algebra laws or algebraic laws, exponent in algebra, or the laws how to distribute, or parang associative yun. Yan ang mga laws. Next is the normal forms. Kung ano yung mga dalawang types of normal forms, the BNF and the CNF, definition of it, how to manipulate and converting the truth values into logical expression. So the main objective with this topic is to determine how to formulate the normal forms. So mamaya maintindihan nyo yan siya. So first is the laws. So the law ng conjunction, disjunction, and negation. So first law is the excluded middle law. Meaning yung P disjunction to negation to P, that is true values. Second, P conjunction to negation to P, that is false. That is the contradiction law within this excluded law. Ano naman yung identity law? So, ang identity law na ang P disjunction to F is equal to P. Also, ang P conjunction to T, that is equal to P. That is the identity law. Next is domination law. So, in domination law, that P disjunction to T is always T or true. And P conjunction to F is always false. So, yan ang domination law. How about the idempotent law? So, under the idempotent law, P disjunction to P is always P. And P conjunction to P is always P. That is idempotent law. The next one is the commutative law. Same lang yan ng algebra. So, in commutative law, that P disjunction to Q is equal to Q disjunction to P. Meaning, magbalik ka, kahit balik-tarin mo yan siya, is the same. That is commutative law. Same as this in conjunction. Next, how about naman kung paano naman si associative law? So, meaning sa associative law that P disjunction to Q disjunction to R is the same or equal to P disjunction to Q disjunction to R. Same lang yan siya. And also in conjunction, same lang. That is associative. How about naman si distributive law? So, distributive law in the word to distribute. So, for example, in this P disjunction to Q, this side, Q conjunction to R. So, meaning, si P, i-distribute mo siya kay Q. Ito yun siya. P disjunction to Q. And next, si P naman, i-distribute mo siya kay R. Meaning, ito yun siya. P disjunction to Q. Then, copy with this, ito na sign na conjunction. Always the same lang siya dito. Meaning, distribute. I-distribute mo lang siya. And the next, si De Morgan's Law. So, sa previous topic, alam naman yan si De Morgan's Law. Na ang negation, for example to this, para din siyang si distributive law. I-distribute mo lang inside si negation to P and negation to Q. So, equals negation to quantity P conjunction to Q equals to negation to P disjunction to Q. It's always the same. Contradict mo lang itong symbol ng disjunction, si conjunction at si disjunction. That is the Morgan law. Same as this yung sa baba. How about naman si absorption law? So, about the absorption law, na ang P disjunction to P conjunction to Q, ito na side. is equal to P. And also, P conjunction to P, disjunction to Q is always P. Just remember absorption. Next, so yung ano naman De Morgan's Law, yung previous topic na explain ko na siya. So, review lang natin na ang P and Q, given na empirical formula nila na true, true, false, false. Ang Q naman, true, false, true, false. So, pag ang negation to P, that is, contradict, as you can see sa P, that is true, contradict niya is false. And next naman, ang P, ito naman siya, sa Q naman, sa Q, that is true. Then, si negation to T, that is false. So, ito naman, ano siya, alternate. So, negation to P, ito, that is true. Negation to Q, ito, that is false. Negation to P, false, that is true. And negation, since ang dito na conjunction, pag may true, that is, pag hindi pareha, that is false. So, as you can see, same dito, same lang yan sila. As you can see dito na side, ito. Yan. Pareha silang false, true, true, true. Ito na side is false, true, true, true. So, that is the explanation of De Morgan's Law. Ito namang si absorption. So, paano daw siya nagiging, ang equivalent niya is P. So, meaning, i-prove mo siya. So, first is the identity. The identity law. Yung kanina na itong P, as you can see sa identity law, ito, side, na P conjunction to T, that is P. So, i-rewrite mo siya. Ito yun siya. Yan. Then, i-distributive mo. Distribute. Since, pareha na silang P, i-simplify mo lang siya galing, ito is distributive law. I-distribute mo siya galing parehang nito. Na P conjunction to T, disjunction to Q. Then, domination. Sorry, yung, si domination. Ito siya. Na domination law. Yan. So, balik tayo. Yan. Then, identity law. So, ito ang pattern niya na mag-solve. So, that's why, ito ang proof niya na equals to P. So, the next is the normal form. So, what is normal forms? So, normal forms are standard forms. Sometimes called canonical, or accepted forms. Meaning, yung formula na i-disregate mo na naman to another formula. So, same lang yan siya ng truth tables, then hanapan mo naman siya ng formula na true and false. So, yan siya. Equivalent to given formula. So, one of them, so there are two such forms. First is the disjunction form, or the D and F. And the conjunction form, or the C and F. So, ano ba yan sila? So, in disjunction, na disjunction form, or D and F, so that is the logical expression, is said to be D and F if it is written as disjunction, when which all are terms conjunction of literals. Meaning, si disjunction for that is the product of sum. So, yan ang short term na explanation ni DNF. So, how about naman si conjunction? So, conjunction, similarly, So, a logical expression also, if it is written as conjunction of disjunction literals, meaning contradict talaga sila ni disjunction, si conjunction. So, as you can see, si disjunction is product of sum, si conjunction naman is kabaliktaran, sum of products. So, yan lang ang difference lang dalawa. So, example. So, how to determine kung ang pattern ng disjunction at saka conjunction. So, in disjunction, ito ang pattern niya. Nasa loob is conjunction, yung explanation, for example, si disjunction niya. At terms conjunction of literal, meaning sa loob ni pattern niya, conjunction. Ito. Then, disjunction, sa loob na naman, conjunction, disjunction, blah, 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 and so on. So, meaning it is a term. Kung ilang term yan siya, kung makuha mo si DNF, kung ilang terms yan siya. Dito na side, that is literal, or P, or negation to P. Pwede din siyang P or negation to P or Q or negation to Q. Example. So, ito namang part example ng disjunction na P conjunction to Q. So, erase mo natin para mas maintindihan. As you can see, yung sa loob niya, conjunction. Ito yan siya. Then, sa labas niya, ito yan. Yung pattern niya. And, conjunction na naman sa loob. Pero ang literal niya, make sure at the end, may negation. So, ito yun siya. Next naman, same lang ito siya. Na itong, dito naman na side. Then, conjunction sa loob. So, yan ang disjunction format. So, always remember, pag disjunction yan sa class, ang pattern niya ito. Yan siya. Always remember, yan ang pattern niya. Next naman is si conjunctive law o conjunction law na C and F. So, kabaliktaran siya as you can see sa D and F. Na sa loob niya ang conjunction. Ito naman, ang sa loob niya is disjunction. So, as you can see, ito, same lang sila ng pattern, but ang sa loob, iba. So, example, na ang P disjunction to Q, ito yun siya. Erase muna natin. Ito yun sa class. Then, the next is conjunction o conjunctive. Yan siya. Next is, ito naman sa loob. Then, same lang sila ng literal, P or negation to P or Q, negation to Q. So, P, disjunction to negation to Q. That is one of the example. Same lang yan sila dito sa baba. So, paano naman siya in converting expression to DNF or the CNF? So, these are the following expression to DNF or CNF. First is to remove all the implication and biconditional. So, yan ang first na step. Remove all implication and biconditional. Next is remove mo si negation inside. So, use the Morgan's law. Next is distributive laws naman to intro a proper form. Then, the last one is to simplify. Paano mo i-simplify? Using the double negation, idempotent, commutative, and associative. So, example. This one. Na ang given is negation, ito na side. Negation is quantity. Quantity, negation to P, disjunction to Q, conjunction to R, conjunction to quantity P, implication to Q. Ang first step daw, as you can see, remove all implication and biconditional. So, i-remove natin. So, yan siya. Pag remove, i-implicate mo first equation. Ito yun siya. So, nagiging ito. Na negation quantity negation to P, disjunction to Q, conjunction to R, conjunction quantity negation to P. Itong first, disjunction to Q. So, next naman, ito yan siya. Next is to move inside ang negation. So, ito na side, ito siya, na move, that is double negation to P. Then, ang negation to Q, that is negation to Q. Then, si negation, ito sa R. Then, double negation to P, that is double negation to P. Then, negation dito sa Q. Ito yan siya. So, since si double negation, iris muna para mas makita. Si double negation, ito yan siya, magiging positive o negative to negative, naging positive, that is P. Conjunction to negation to Q, disjunction negation to R, disjunction to quantity P, conjunction to negation to Q. Ito yun siya pag simplify. Ito ang DNF, how to convert. So, example naman nito na ang quantity P, disjunction to negation to R, conjunction negation to negation to Q, disjunction to negation to R, and disjunction to P, conjunction negation to Q. Ito yan siya. So, same lang ang pattern yung kanina. Isundin lang natin ang pattern niya na first is to remove all the implication or by conditional. Next, i-move mo inside ang negation, yung kanina na ginawa natin. Then, use the distributive law and simplify. So, yan lang ang pag-convert. So, ito yan siya. So, na-convert na. So, ito yan siya, the CNF. Using the commutative and idempotent law. So, in the previous step, ang distributive to obtain a conjunction normal law. Examples, the DNF expression generation. So, for example, you construct two true values or truth tables. So, how to identify the DNF? So, for example, to this table, given the P, Q, R, and the values or the total of P and Q and R. So, ang P, given na 4 na true, and 4 na false. Pag given si R, then Q, 2 true, 2 false. And DR, alternate true, false, true, false. So, how to identify the DNA? First, highlight the true values. So, highlight. So, first value, integrate the P, Q, and R o translate. First is P, that is true, that is P. Then, conjunction, as you can see the DNF formula or the pattern, the inside of the quantity is the conjunction, ito yung pattern, then disjunction, conjunction, disjunction, and conjunction, and so on. So, sundin lang si pattern. So, next is the Q, which is true, that is Q. Ito siya. Then, conjunction, and next is the R. As you can see sa R, that is false, meaning pag when the R or the value, any value is false, automatically, and DNF, that is negation. So, negation to R. This is the first pattern. Then, the second pattern, this second true values. So, given ang P, which is true, that is P, conjunction, but given ang Q, that is false, automatically, that is negation to Q. then R is true. So, this is the second pattern. The next pattern in the truth table, the last true value, that is this value. The given ng F, given ng P, that is F, meaning pag given ang F, that is negation. So, negation to P, conjunction. Sundin si pattern. Next is the Q, that is false also. That is negation to Q. Then, conjunction to R, that is true. So, then, relate to the pattern with this. F equals to, in this first pattern, P conjunction to Q, conjunction to negation to R. Second pattern, disjunction or disjunctive. Then the next pattern, second pattern, just copy. Na P, quantity P, conjunction negation to Q, conjunction to R, and disjunction. Then the last pattern. So this is the answer or the DNF in this table. Ayan siya. So that is the simplest way to solve the DNF. So the next one is CNF expression generation. For example, in number 1, find the negation of F. So next one, find the DNF of negation to F. Then use the Morgan's law together with CNF. Ito yung double negation, that is F. For example, given ang PQ, P true, true, false, false, then Q true, false, true, false. Then si F true, false, true, false. So given in negation to F, so given the negation to F, if F is true, the negation is false. If F is false, the negation of F is true. Then F is true, the negation is false. Then F is false, the negation is true. Then determine the true values. Kaya highlight the true para ma-identify. So determine the true values. First is the P is true, that is P, conjunction to, that is find the DNF, that is number 2. So, yung kanang first is find the negation to F, ito yan siya. So, the second question, find the DNF. So, the first true values, that is P true, that is P, conjunction to Q. Q is false, automatically negation to Q. That is first pattern. And the next is yung last, the last true values, which is PSF. This is negation to P, conjunction to QSF. That is negation to P. Then combine yung sa pattern na ni DNF. So, negation to F is equal to quantity P, conjunction negation to Q. Disjunction, quantity negation to P, conjunction to negation to Q. So, here is the DNF of negation to F. So, that is the DNF. How about the maximum term? This is the maximum term that contradict the first term. So, that is the maximum term. So, in negation to F, number 3, when used De Morgan's law, itong number 3, ito. De Morgan's law, get the CNF. So, how to get the CNF? So, pwede din si CNF, that is the false value. Yan siya. But in the question, in this, how to integrate, since si double negation is F, so, itong first na DNF, i-translate o the contradict to the CNF. Meaning, ang P, conjunction negative 2, lagyan na ng negation. itong given na DNF, lagyan lang negation, then distribute. So, yung De Morgan's Law, parang distribution. Use the De Morgan's Law. Una side. The negation to P, double negation to Q. So, pag double negation, that is automatically positive. That is Q. Then, conjunction, negation to negation P. That is positive P or P. And conjunction, negation to Q. That is Q. So, here's the contradict or the CNF of the DNF of the first number 2. So, yan lang ang pag-solve. So, let's go to activity time. So, activity time, write the P implication to Q and DNF, and write P biconditional to Q and DNF. So, just remember, as you can see in DNF, is same lang yan sa pag-construct ng table. So, the truth values, pag DNF, determine the true values. The true values. And the CNF, that is the false value. So, just remember. So, answer the activity 1 and 2. So, that's all. Thank you and God bless.